Today's battle report is a Grimdark firefight between the High Elf fleets and the Robot Legions. Who will come out on top?
Up for the Robot Legions, we have a Robot Lord who has Lord Goss pistol, range 12, 2 attacks, rending, and his close combat weapon with 3 attacks. His upgrade is that he's a Psychomancer, which means he has Gloom Protocol, which means when this model and up to 3 friendly units are within 12 inches of each other at the beginning of the round and they take a wound, roll a dice. On 6, it's ignored. If the wound's from a spell, and it's ignored on a 2+ instead. And this effect is going to last until the end of the round. He's joined by a warrior over here, just a plain old warrior with a close combat weapon and his Gauss Grapple, which is rending a 1. And then the Annihilator, this big boy right here, who has ambush and self-repair and tough 3. He has his dual hyper sword, so it's 4 attacks, AP1, and they are rending. All of them have the robot special rule, which means whenever a unit, where most models have this rule, fail morale test, it counts as passed instead, and they're going to roll as many dice as the number of wounds it would take to check for wound effects. And for each result of 1 to 3, the unit takes a wound, which can't be ignored. So we'll see how that plays. And then self-repair as well. When taking a wound, roll a dice. On a 6+, it's ignored. So we'll see how they fare against the High Elf fleets. For our High Elf fleets today, we have an Elven Noble, a Striker, Protector, Acolyte, and Sniper. Elven Noble, just normal generic close combat weapon and a Master Shard pistol, 12-inch range, 2 attacks. He's Ancient Commander though, which means he's going to get hit and run, and anyone else who is up within 3 inches of him, which means at the beginning of the round, they will be able to move 3 inches after shooting. I'm sorry, if they're 12 inches away. They can move up to 3 inches after shooting, and it lasts to the end of the round. Big deal, big deal. Then there is the Striker and Protector, generic troops. Only thing that they have is Scout. The Striker though does have, they have Fast. The Striker has Scout. It must be set aside before deployment, and after all the units finish deploying, it can be deployed and move up to 12 inches. So we'll see how the Scout is able to use that to its advantage. In the back, we have the Acolyte, who is going to be a caster. It's a caster 1, so we'll see if that is able to actually make anything happen this turn, and we'll see if the robots can put that away. And then a Sniper. You know, I haven't really had a lot of success with the Sniper, but we'll see. Can the High Elf fleet take down the Robot Legions? Let's find out. First, we will roll to see who goes first. The Robot Legions during this fight will be using the gray dice, and the High Elf fleet will be using the white. Who deploys first? It's a tie. Roll again. A tie again. Big dice. There we go. High Elf fleets deploy first, then the Robot Legions. Now we're going to determine how many objective markers there will be. D3 plus 2. So there will be 4 objective markers this game. You can see here how we have our board set up with our 4 objective markers ready to go. Now, deployment. You can see the Robot Lord set here, the Warrior here, the Annihilator is waiting in ambush, and on the High Elf fleet's side of the board, we have the Protector next to the High Elf Noble, the Acolyte next to the Striker, and then up here, hoping to get some good snipes in, is the High Elf fleet's Sniper. Let's get ready for round 1. Round 1, the High Elf fleets finished their deployment last because they have more members, but they won the roll-off. In Firefight, that means they go first. So the first activation is going to be really easy here. This Protector standing with his Lord is going to come around. He's fast, so he gets to move an extra 2 inches every time he moves, just regularly using advance. And so that means he's going to be claiming this first objective on the board here for the High Elves. Robot's turn. The warrior is going to move much the same, come around this building and be contesting and claiming this first objective right here. Remember that the robots are slow, so he's going to actually be right just beyond this, because instead of moving 6 inches, he can only move 4. It's gonna take him a while to get up the board, but we'll see. The fight might have to come to the robots. Lord's going to come this way, the noble, excuse me, come this way. Again, he is fast, so he can take the fight, but more towards him. Robot Lord then, who is also slow, moving 4 inches, is going to come around here with the force of his walk, knock the building over. And oh, I'd forgotten that our striker gets to move 12 inches before the game even starts because of the scout special rule. So this was supposed to happen before the game even began. Our scout here moving 12 inches up this way. I don't think that will change much of how other people would have moved, but now we have the scout down here on this side of the board, the striker. So now it would be the striker's turn. I'm going to wait for the rest of our companions to come. We'll just move forward a little bit so you can see where she is right there. And then the acolyte, who is also fast, will be moving around here as well, just into that. Acolyte, who is a caster, will get 1 spell token for them. The elves now claim this objective and this objective. Robot legions claiming this sole objective here. And do we want the Annihilator to come out yet? Because with ambush, I can start at the start of any round after the first. Nope, can't come out yet. So we must wait for the Annihilator. You can't come out yet, buddy. You gotta wait your turn. So we will, right over here. That means then the last elf to be able to see and move is the sniper, and they can't. They're gonna stay right there. Sniper's gonna hang out right in that moment. Not a lot happening in turn 1, but with everybody moving there, that is going to be the end of turn 1. Here we are at the top of round 2. The High Elf fleet finished activating last turn. That means the robot legions are going to go first this turn, and that's going to continue throughout the rest of the game because of how many they have here. Now the Annihilator is going to ambush. It's going to be set aside before deployment, and is going to be deployed anywhere that's up to 9 inches away from enemy units. I think the best spot for him to pop up is right here. It'll be 9 inches away from this protector. Of course, the Acolyte, being a spellcaster, is going to get a second token here. Might come in useful later. But now he is here. Now the Annihilator is here, we're going to get moving. And he is not slow. So I think what he's going to do is charge, charge into combat with this protector, and he has it. So he will do just that. Move up into close combat range over here. I'll move the camera so that we can see this fight going on right there. Yes, a gruesome fight. And using his hyper sword, he gets 2 attacks, AP1. They are rending. So this could go poorly for that protector, who's going to start really wishing maybe he had found a different place to be. I always have a hard time planning where my dice tray is going to go. That's the fight. Here's the dice tray. So let's begin with the Annihilator going first. 4 attacks, AP 1. Quality of 3. It's going to hit 2 of them with 4 and a 3. Then the Protector is going to need defense of 6 up because of that AP 1. So 6 up to repel. No, it doesn't get either of them. 3 and 4. So I'm going to be using these blue dice for the wounds of High Elf Fleet. So he's going to take a wound right there. And because he has just taken a wound, this is the rules in Firefight. Has to roll a dice. And because he has 1 wound right now, you have to see if he is going to be shaken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or knocked out and removed from play. So we're going to add 1 to whatever we roll. 3, so he is only shaken, which means he has to stay idle, counts as fatigued, always fails morale tests, and can't contest or seize objectives. And so we're going to lay this model down to show that he is shaken. Because he can't claim objectives, that means the Robot Legions are going to claim this right here as theirs. A brutal way to come out of hiding from the Annihilator. But the question is, will it serve him well as the fight comes down this way? He can't activate again, so I feel safe using the sniper to try to get a shot off on him. So, High Elf Fleet. Sniper, because of that, it's reliable, so we're going to roll and try to get a 2 plus. It's a 5. Well done. Because of that 5, it's AP 1. Annihilator's defense is normally 3. He's going to need a 4. He gets it. Saves it. Oh, saves it. So now the Robot Legion. How do you respond? We have these 2 guys over here who are slow. It's going to take them a while to move up the board. I think we have to make a concerted effort to move together. We're going to rush this time up the board to here, right behind, and then he's yeah, we're going to put him in a rush right there, the Robot Lord. And then in response, the Striker is going to come this way and attempt to fight the Robot Lord in a very dangerous manner. Strikers are close combat, so the idea is that they would excel in that instead of shooting. So we will see. They have 2 attacks with their close combat weapons. It's quality of 4. Let's see what she can do. Oh, it gets 2 with a 5 and a 6. So then as a Robot Lord, he needs a quality of 3, no AP on that, to save them. Takes 1 wound, saves another. So the green die are going to count as the wound markers for Robot Overlords, Robot Legions, and he's going to need to take his quality test, or take his test to see if he is shaken or just put down. 2, so he's going to be shaken. I'll put him on his side here. He is shaken. So the High Elf Fleet have gone. We can respond, and I think we have to, with the Warrior. Now he could... Oh, I forgot the rule with the Robot Legion. Okay, so he is supposed to, as a robot, Well, we first have to do his self-repair. So we have to roll a 6, roll dice, and if it's a 6, doesn't get the wound. Oh, it's a 4. That's a 4, so he is still wounded. However, because he's a robot, it says whenever a unit where most models have this rule fail morale test, it counts as pass instead. Oh, this is morale. Never mind. Not shaken. Not wound effects. Okay. Woof. We're learning. This is us learning. It's going to be good. So he is still shaken. I believe the best thing to do would be to have this robot warrior advance and shoot. Maybe 4 inches. Going to move up this direction. Going to shoot at the high elf striker. So, with his one shot, it's just the one Gauss rifle. It's a rending, so let's see if we can get a 6. Oh, he gets a 6. Wow. It's like I manifested it. There you go, the 6. So it's an AP4. Striker is going to need a 6 to save from the wound. Oh my goodness! What's going on? Boop. 6 and 6. Wow. Okay, well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. Holy cow. I love a dice game, don't you? Man, I love a dice game. Okay. So, that all is happening. That is what is happening there. Now we come over back to the elf side. We still have our acolyte and our noble who need to act in order to see how the rest of this turn will go, how the rest of this round will go. I believe we're going to start with our high elf noble. It would be better if we have... Should we do that? Yes, let's do this. We're actually going to start with the acolyte, who is going to use his casting magic. Going to target this enemy within 12 inches, and he does have that. He's going to use Destroyer, so it's going to take these 2 dice here, and he's going to need a 4-up to make the robot overlord take 2 hits. 4-up. That's a 3. Nothing. No dice. So, failing that, and still being fast, it's going to move this direction. Try to be out of range of the warrior over this way, but still shoot now at the robot lord. It's a shard pistol. It's rending. 1 attack. It's a quality of 4. Can you get that? Yep, sure does. Robot lord, normally defensive 3, needs a 4. Oh, a 1. Okay. Well, remember, self-repair. On a 6, he ignores it. Ah, it's a 5. He does take the wound. So, again, we will wound our robot lord here. And wound effects. Let's see what happens to him. 2. So that's just 3. Still only shaken. I'm sorry, I was calling him the Lord. It is the Annihilator and not the Lord. Still shaken. Quick rules clarification. The Annihilator and the Overlord both are tough 3 characters. Means they only have to test for wounds after they take 3 wounds. And so that's my fault. I misread the rules. We're all learning together. So both of them only take that wound test after they've suffered 3 wounds, which makes sense because at first it was looking like things were going to get bad for the robot lords very quickly. So still things aren't looking great for this Annihilator. High Elf Noble is going to stand and shoot at the Annihilator because the pistol that he has rending and his close combat weapon has nothing. So it's quality of 3, a 5, and a 6. He gets it. Armor rending, it is rending. So 1 has to be a 6 in order to save it. Can do a 6. You cannot, so that's another wound. And then just a regular, the Annihilator, defensive 3 normally. It's AP 1, so it needs a 4. Oh, it gets a 3. Okay, now, with 3 wounds on him, now he has to take a wound effect. He's only knocked out on rolls of 5 plus toughness, which is 3. So he's only knocked out on 8. So we'll roll now, and we'll see if he is knocked out. 1, not knocked out yet. Not knocked out yet. Okay. So that is how things are shaping up at the end of round 2. Start of round 3. Things are interesting. We have one objective here for the Robot Lords, one objective here, Robot Legion, here. High Elves have this objective, and this objective remains unclaimed. So I believe that is the very first thing that we are going to do. This robot here, this robot warrior, is going to understand the assignment and get over to this objective by rushing. Normally he would rush 12 inches, but because he is slow, he can only rush 8. We'll come this way 4, and then we're going to come this way 4, and that will claim that objective for the Robot Legions. So now it stands 3 to 1. So let's see what we can make happen over here. The Acolyte gets a spell token back. What to do? I believe the first thing that we're going to try to do is get rid of this Annihilator because he is scary. So the High Elf Noble is going to shoot him with his Shard Pistol, 2 attacks, rending. It's quality of 3. Let's see it. 2, and 1 is a rending. So we're gonna roll that rending. Needs to be a 6 in order to save it. It's a 1, and the second one needs to be a 4. Oh, and he misses it both. Oh no. So now he takes, the Annihilator takes another 2 damage here. Another 2 damage here, and is at 5. So now his test is going to be whether he can get 5 instead. Oh no, with 6 plus 5, that's 11. The Annihilator is officially knocked out. You did good. You came up, you claimed an objective. You're done for the Robot Legions. Not at half strength yet. Not gonna trigger morale tests quite yet, but perhaps soon. Now, it is the robot's turn, and the only one they have left is their Robot Lord. You have to try to get ahead. I think it might have been smarter to move him forward, give him Gloom Protocol on the Annihilator, but that is not the hand we were dealt, and so we must carry on. So the Robot Lord has more attacks than he has with his pistol. The pistol is rending. What to do? I think we must go out in glorious combat. He's going to charge forward and have 3 attacks on this elf striker right here. Who would so dare challenge the Robot Lord? So 3 attacks, quality of 3, gets 1. The other 2 are 5s. The striker now has a defensive 5. See it? Oh no, 2 wounds right away. 2 wounds right away. That is unfortunate for you, striker. You came to challenge the Robot Lord, and it did not go well for you. So, with 2 wounds, you have to take that test. You have to take that wounds test. Let's do that. Oh, 5 plus 2 is 7. This striker is knocked out. That is the first blow for the High Elf fleets. Done. The Robot Lord then, since he won that fight, he can move forward 3 inches. So he's going to do that. I have to get close to these other objective markers over here. That is the name of the game, is the objective markers. I have to do it. Now it is the High Elves' turn. We have our Acolyte, Sniper, and Protector here. Since I have no more activations for the Robot Lords, we'll go ahead, Legions, we'll go ahead and stand you up. You're back. You'll be able to contest that objective again. So now this turns to High Elf, and I believe we'll start with our Sniper, who can easily see the Robot Lord coming. Maybe the Robot Lord should have made a different choice. Sniper rifle, 1 attack, it's reliable, hits on 2. That's a 5. It's AP 1, so the Robot Lord would normally have a defense of 3, it's defense of 4. Saves it, not a problem. Sniper, maybe next time. All right then, I think what we're going to do next is this Acolyte is going to use a spell token to target this enemy unit within 6 inches. Not close enough. Okay. Instead, I'll save it. I'll save it for this next round. So he's very fast. So he's going to be rushing. Sorry, he's not very fast. He's just fast. But that means instead of moving 12 inches, he's going to move 16. And I think that means he has to come up this way. We're going to contest this objective here. Make this neutral. Come right over here to this objective, make it neutral, because we can't give the Robot Lords an easy win, right? And now, I believe it's time for a showdown, if you will, between Robot Lord and the High Elf Noble. The best way I think for him to start doing that is to shoot at him. Shoot! Back up, it's 12 inches to hit. It will be. Imagine this scene where he is bravely shooting down the Robot Lord as he comes down this center pile here. So he needs quality of 3s to hit. Oh, misses 1, hits another. It's not rending this time. The Robot Lord needs defensive 3. Oh, it takes another wound. That's a 1. So there's his wound marker. He's at 2. Does not have to test yet for wounds. This is going to be the end of round 3. The end of round 3 with the Robot Legions losing one of their objectives. The High Elf fleet still having 2 Robot Legions controlling 1. Let's see what happens in turn 4. This is an objective game at the top of round 4, so we must know what it is we have to fight for. I believe this robot has to be shooting at the elf here, the Acolyte. And so that is exactly what he is going to do. He's going to shoot, and it's a quality of 4. He gets it. It is rending, doesn't do anything that time though. The Acolyte has a defense of 4. Oh, misses. Takes the wound, and the Acolyte is not a tough character, so they will need to take their first wound check. Take their first wound check. So here they go, checking for the wounds. 1, safe but shaken. Safe but shaken, which is going to mean they can no longer contest this objective. Oh, that's huge. Giving that back to the robot legions. Right now it is a tie game with 2 objectives on each side. Is there a way for the robot lord would have to charge and get up there? You can get to the high elf noble. I don't think he'll be able to get up this direction. I think the game was over when the Annihilator died. However, we will see. So, the robot lord with his close combat weapon is going to come up and attack the high elf noble. Here we go. He has 3 attacks with close combat weapons and quality of 3. Hits all 3 of them. All 3 of them. And now the high elf noble will need to defend. It's defensive 4. How's it gonna go? 1, 3, 6. Takes 2 wounds, not enough. Takes 2 wounds, not enough. And now, I believe this is a game. Okay, so this acolyte did not activate first, so it can stand up here and contest that objective because it had not yet taken its turn. No, it had come up. Oh, my mistake. It had come up. That was the whole purpose of it being here. Because this acolyte had not activated, stand up and can contest that objective, which I believe is going to end things, making it a 2-to-1 game. However, let's see if the elves can add insult to injury. This protector is going to shoot with his shard gun, 2 attacks, quality of 4. Oh, gets them both. No rending. So now the robot lord must defend rending, so it's going to be defensive 4 instead of freeze. Oh, misses them both as well. Misses them both as well, so it's going to take his wounds up from 2 to 4. Now he must pass. Oh, let's not forget. Robot. On 6s, he ignores them. Unfortunately, no. Did we do that earlier? Sure. So now he has to take his wound test. And it's 4. So that means on 8 he would be knocked out. 3. Nope. Not knocked out yet. 7. So close. So the last chance then for the elves to make him go is this sniper here. We can see with hit and run he'll be able to move this way a little bit, make sure more firmly claim this objective. This sniper, the last bit here, the last elf with a turn, is going to shoot down at the robot lord on a 2. That's a 6. Are snipers rending? They are not. They are just plain snipers. I feel like they should be rending, but that's fine. They're just reliable. That's fine. Robot overlord needs a 3. It's a 5. Saves it. That is the end of the game. But securely, the high elf fleets have 2 objective markers, and because he was able to spend his activation to get up and contest this one, the robot legions only have 1. What a game! That was fun. I enjoy Firefight.
Really quick, really easy. I hope you enjoyed watching. Hey, thank you so much for hanging around and seeing this. If you like to see more battle reports like this, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Tell me a comment if I got something wrong, because we're all learning. We're learning some things here. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.